So the big question is, can you make $800 per week by chatting to lonely people online? That is today's a big question. Hey there, champs. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I go by the name of Kogetso Muluti. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I hope that all is well on your side. On this channel, we talk about the different kinds of opportunities that there are out there. We talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities. So if you're somebody that is interested in that kind of content, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I do drop a video. Now, in today's video, I shall be doing a review, one of these I tried it kind of videos, where I'm going to be sharing my personal experience for working for one of the companies, okay, where they claim that you can earn about $800 per week. Some of them say 500, some of them say $200. So I'm going to just be giving you my personal experience, right? So back in around May, I applied to one of these companies, because there were a whole lot that I applied to, and I got accepted to one of the companies, and the name of the company was called Remotely4u. So the application process didn't take a long time. It took about 3 for them to accept me. Once they accepted me, then you have to do a verification, right? An identity verification, where basically you take a picture of your face and you take a picture of your ID, you take a picture of you holding your ID, just so that like you are who you say you are, right? Because obviously the companies that side, they take these things very seriously, and that you're not a scammer and that you're not doing this again, right? Because some people do sometimes apply with multiple accounts. Okay, and after that you then go on to their training. After you finish passing their training, the training wasn't complicated at all. You just need like about 80 percent to pass, but it's like a multiple question and it's really easy, right? And basically the training is just they're just simply teaching you how to become a chat agent, what are the do's and what are the don'ts, and ways that you can attract customers, and the ways that you can keep customers engaged. After all, you are chatting to people and they are paying you to chat to people. Now once you get accepted and all of that training is complete, you then get assigned a agent, and the agent kind of helps you with the messages, right? And shows you and kind of guides you. You basically practice with the agent, or with a mentor, what kind of questions you're going to be getting, and you just kind of like, honestly, they're very honest about the kind of messages that you're going to be getting, right? And you get a whole variety of messages, right? So it's up to you whether you want to take upon the job. After all, there's nobody that is forcing you to do this. So once all of that is well and done, it doesn't, I think like the whole process just took about 2 weeks up until I officially started to work, right? On the first week it is a little bit hard because you're not really used to chatting, and basically they do have a timer to how long you can actually type out your messages. So that's one of the things that I found to be like a little bit hard at the beginning. And second of all, the creativity to what I should be saying, right? Because sometimes it was a little bit difficult for me to kind of reply to the messages, but practice makes perfect. So I think it took me about 2 weeks to get the hang of it. Now you do get you do, like, they do start paying you right from the beginning, okay? And every single day it is best to set yourself, right, a certain target of how many messages you want to reply. Now when it comes to replying to the messages, there is a certain time. They do have a peak time in which you are supposed to reply the messages, and in which you get a lot of messages. For example, in South African time, in the afternoon, it's not really a good time to work because you don't get that many messages. So I would wait about 8 o'clock and probably like work up until about 5 o'clock in the morning, run about that time, right? So basically I would take it as a usual 9 to 5 job. I'm not gonna lie, it was very straining, and it was sometimes a very tedious task. It was quite hard, and after all, you are supposed to take breaks and kind of discipline yourself to when you're supposed to start working and when you knock off, so yeah, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was really draining. And for you to just reach 100 messages, it was like a super difficult task. And I don't know whether some messages, what happened to them, but it feels like they like some of the messages that I was typing out, it's like they were not recording them. It's like yeah, it made me feel look at like like I was being robbed, you know. Karwan roba. So that was like my own personal experience of how I felt. And yeah, anyway, let's talk about the payments, because obviously that is what you guys are probably here for, and how much they paid and how long it took, right? So they claim that you can get 800 US dollars per week. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, like, as somebody that really tried and was really ganging for this money, and at the time it was like the only thing that I was doing. So guys, you can't really get that amount of money. That's a big lie, honestly. And even making 200 US dollars on their platform is very, very, very hard. Okay. And I think a lot of people also would agree, and people that have worked for the company would agree, right? So for me, my very first month, I made about 1.5. However, guys, because of the bank transactions, right, because of the what happens is that I couldn't link it to my South African bank account, because you need a particular number that doesn't exist in South Africa. So I used a particular online bank account, right? You safe, you're safe, or something like that, right? And they do charge you about 500 rand for you to transfer that money to your own bank account. So basically what would happen is that, the company I was working for, Remotely4u, would pay my salary into the USafe account. So they'd pay them, as I said, the first month I made 100 and 1.5, right? And that 1.5 would go into my USafe account, right? Now, once it's in that account, I now have to take the money and transfer it into my South African bank account. And in order for me to do so, they charge a fee of about 500 rand, guys, for me to get my money. And this literally was my only method. I did try other methods, because obviously this was, guys, 500 rand is a lot of money. And yeah, no, like, yeah. So it was a lot, because you work a lot of hours and you're not actually getting paid that much, right? And I worked for the company for 5 months, and neither one of the months did I get that 800 US dollars, or the 500 US dollars and the 200 US dollars. Now, I'm not saying that is their fault, or I'm not saying that they're supposedly lying, but I'm giving my honest review. After all, this is a video where I'm reviewing, sorry guys, where I'm reviewing their product, you know, and their service. So yeah, and as time went on, the messages, it's like the more messages you answer, it's like I felt like it's like the less they would give you the messages. Like, the people that have worked for the platform know exactly what I'm talking about. And as time went by, it like kind of just kept on decreasing and decreasing. I don't know, is this because they suddenly like got new clients or what? But yeah, that was one of the things that was a disadvantage, like, about working on the platform. So yeah, if you're somebody that is looking to particularly do this job and chat to lonely people online, and you actually want to go for it and do it, I don't think you should kind of put your hopes like high up in the sky. Making that amount of money, I'm not, according to me, it's impossible, all right? And it's just a lie. Sometimes these online money making companies, they tend to overhype how much they can actually pay you, and how much like work you need to do. I think sometimes they just kind of like make it too good to be true. As I always say, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So expect to make like a really realistic amount. Let's just say 1,000 rands per week, like 2,000 rands per week. Higher than that is literally like impossible, and like, honestly, you're just going to like disappoint yourself. So if you're somebody that has worked for the company, please do leave your comment down in the description box below, telling me how your experience was like, because after all, here we are a community, and I enjoy hearing from other people as well, guys. And I also love to learn and hear from you guys as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Up until next time, see you guys, bye.